Record.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome to week 17 of the BnG Sports Talk podcast. I'm Burson.
And I'm Graham. And welcome to our first episode on Zoom of BnG Sports Talk history. Weather concerns, COVID concerns, here we are, but we still got to be great, right, bro?
Yes, of course. No matter the situation, we gotta pull through for y'all. So let's do it. What are we talking about this week?
Yep. Starting off with no Thursday night football again, which is sad. Come to the end of the season, but we're gonna start off with Jamarr Chase and Joe Burrow, one of the highlights of last week. We can't talk about NFL without talking about Antonio Brown. Got to talk about Aaron Rodgers.
Crazy.
Yeah, Antonio Brown shit's crazy. We're gonna talk about Rodgers, Derrick Henry returning ? Cam Akers returning with no question mark. Then we'll do a playoff outlook since we're in the last week of the regular season. We'll do our top players of the week like we always do. Then we'll move on to NBA with KPJ and Christian Wood. Had a little outlash last week in the locker room. DeMar DeRozan, back-to-back buzzer beaters. LeBron going crazy. Talk about Westbrook and his turnovers. Talk about Dame and the Blazers. Steph Curry's cold streak. Lance Stephenson's return. And then we'll end off on some NBA trivia.
Sounds good, bro. Sounds like we got some good-ass topics.
Yeah, we do indeed, bro. So let's start with one of the GOATs, bro. Jamarr Chase. Talk to me about him.
Jamarr Chase, 12 targets, 11 receptions, 266 yards, 3 touchdowns, 60 fantasy points.
Crazy.
Bro, is that the most of all time?
I don't know. It's not the most of all time, but it might be the most in the fantasy championship. Although last year, Alvin Kamara had 5 touchdowns on Christmas Day in the championship.
I think he had 6 too.
Alvin, he might have had 6. I don't even know, but Alvin's definitely gone crazy before.
But this is definitely the best game by a wide receiver, though.
Yeah.
Well, Calvin.
Somebody has 300 yards in the game. I'll say that. But it's definitely the best by a rookie receiver. We can 100% say that.
By a rookie receiver.
And Joe Burrow, too. He's been going crazy, bro. In the last 2 weeks, he has 971 yards, 8 touchdowns, and 0 INTs.
Yeah, bro. People are saying Joe's lucky creeping up in the MVP conversation. I don't think he's going to win it.
I'm wondering, bro. 971 yards in 2 games, and they won the AFC North.
Yeah,
I'm starting to think something.
They're catching fire at the right time too, at the perfect time.
For sure.
So it's going to be dangerous for teams to stop that momentum. But yeah, man, Jamarr Chase is a problem, bro.
And let me ask you something, bro. So his rookie stats they're better than Justin's. I think somebody asked us on our PlayStation chat yesterday. Who are you taking, Chase or Justin?
Yep, it's Coop. And I told him I'm taking Justin.
Yeah, I said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm taking Justin every time. I think Justin's more consistent.
Yeah, I agree. Moo raised an interesting point, though. If it's a keeper league, you possibly go with Chase because he has a quarterback for the next decade.
He is Joe Burrow.
Whereas,
that's a great point.
Whereas when Kirk retires, who the fuck is the Vikings quarterback?
Great question.
But I'm still going with Justin.
Honestly, though, another interesting point. I think, honestly, bro, I feel like when Kirk retires, Justin might not even be on the Vikings anymore.
That's fair.
Because
there's nothing drawing him to Minnesota, I don't think.
Yeah.
It's kind of a weird play. No stars being in Minnesota for too long.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like, but then again, I also feel like the reason why he would leave would be because of Kirk. So
I'm dead.
Maybe he'll stay. We'll see.
You're right. But let's just wrap up on Jamarr Chase and Joe Burrow. 2 inspiring young players in the league. Bengals win the AFC North 2 years after the number 1 pick, drafting Joe Burrow. That's pretty much how every team plans to do it when you have a number 1 pick.
Yeah, that's how it should be.
I don't think I've ever seen it done as perfectly as this, though.
Joe Burrow and then Jamarr Chase.
Just legend with T. Higgins.
And then T. Higgins.
Joe Mixon.
Tyler Boyd. You got Joe Mixon. That's a pretty scary
squad,
team.
Bro. They just got to add some stars to the defense. And
that's a Super Bowl contending team almost every year.
Facts. Now let's move on to probably the craziest thing of the past week, Antonio Brown. Still an ongoing situation. Yep. What did you just say?
I'm from the pit, not the palace.
Yeah.
This man.
Last Sunday, I'm at a basketball game, and I get a text from Burst saying, "Bro, AB just walked off the field in the middle of the game." He sent me a video. It was of him jumping around in the end zone, sprinting off the field, bro. It was literally the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Graham said, "I'm heading home, bro. I can't believe it. Hold on."
Bro, I couldn't believe that shit. It's like, I don't even know what to say about it, bro. And since then, I mean, there's all types of stories that have come out. AB's saying that they tried to force him to play while injured. Bruce Arians is saying he was complaining about his target share, and that's why he threw a tantrum. It's just like, nobody knows what happened yet.
Bro, it was like, so yeah. Last Sunday, I was just on my bed watching TV with my sister. She was just watching football with me for whatever reason. And then, like, I'm watching, and then I'm seeing someone, like, in the end zone, like, running off, getting the fans hype and whatever. I'm like, yo, why are they showing this fan on the field? They never show fans
with his shirt off.
And I'm like, yeah. And then I'm like, hold on.
Is that Antonio?
Bro? I'm like, no, bro. I pause the TV, I rewind, I like get closer, and I'm like, yep, that's Antonio. And I'm telling my sister, like, yo, like you're witnessing like the crazy, like, one of the craziest things ever in sports history. Like, people will be talking about this for years. You don't even realize what you're seeing yet. And sure enough, bro, like all the other like channels that were showing football, they kind of like paused and kind of mentioned what happened, and then the next day it's all over Sports Center and everything. But yeah, bro, probably the craziest thing I've seen.
Yeah, and he's since then been cut from the team. The pit from the palace part that Burst is talking about, he also dropped the song right after leaving the field. I mean, he's a crazy motherfucker. But let me ask you something, bro. Which side are you believing currently? If I had to tell you right now, pick a side. Are you believing Antonio saying they tried to make him play hurt, or are you believing Bruce, who said he was complaining about his targets?
Bro, I believe Antonio. I believe like Antonio may not. I mean, I just wouldn't put it past an NFL coach, let alone Bruce Arians, to force a player to play while they're injured.
I mean, somebody said
Antonio. Yeah, like people were saying, like Bruce already didn't want Antonio Brown on the team, low key. So it's like he was kind of just like waiting for that moment to kind of just,
Yeah, and here I have a list of things Bruce has done, right? Pete. He sent Gronk back in the game with broken ribs. He had Godwin running sprints on the sideline with a torn ACL. He had Fournette running routes after his injury led to him being on the IR. He had Brady play on an unreported MCL last year, and he had Jameis Winston play on a torn meniscus and a fractured thumb.
Yeah, like when you say all those things, it's like adding Antonio Brown to the list wouldn't
make sense.
All. Exactly. So
I'm with you, believing Antonio.
Bruce, and also I just don't like Bruce Arians, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't like him. Like I feel like he's low key always in the media, kind of like disrespecting his players. Low key. Remember when Brady was first on the team? Like he was kind of like saying some shit about Brady, which kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, he'd be speaking wreck inside. He'd be speaking wreck in the media, and it's like, you haven't done anything in your career as a coach. Like, you have a ring now, but that was literally all Brady. You did not do a thing for that ring.
Right.
So it's kind of funny. I don't know. I don't like him either. He's like always always yelling. His face is always red as shit. Like he's just
angry, bro.
He's just an angry guy.
Mad.
But no, I mean, it's gonna be crazy to see what happens with this AB stuff. Ideally, they show us the MRI they're talking about, so we can see his ankle fractured, and then it'll be clear that, Bruce Arians is a dickhead who needs to be fired. But until then, I don't know. I don't think much will come out of it. I saw who was it, bro? It was somebody. It was saying he got to go to the Ravens with Lamar next year. And with Hollywood.
It was Kodak. It was Kodak.
Yes, it was Kodak. He was in the car talking about, man, he should have gone to Baltimore. But Kodak and Lamar are boys, and Kodak and AB. So there's some shit about to happen, bro. Yeah, they're all from Florida. Something's about to happen next offseason.
That'd be lit. That'd be crazy.
They gotta get Lamar some receivers.
Facts.
But oh yeah, and then let's talk about what AB said about Brady yesterday. Because he kind of lost it, bro.
He did lose it. He spazzed. What did he say?
He's going out very bad, bro. He was talking about Brady, and he just started talking all this shit, bro, about how Brady wasn't really his friend. Brady just wanted him to get to the Super Bowl. If Brady was really his friend, he wouldn't have been on like a prove it deal. He'd be making as much money as Gronk. Then he was like, Brady can't do shit by himself, but you guys are just going to make it seem like he's just this heroic guy. Man said, Brady's my friend. Why? Because I'm a good football player. He needs me to play football. So he's pretty much calling Brady out. To be honest, it kind of looks pathetic on AB after everything that's happened in this week to start going out on Brady after you was like talking about he's the greatest ever for the past year. Like he loved Brady and now he's talking shit about him. That looks kind of weak to me, but I don't like Brady.
At the same time though, like I want to know what Brady's done since that incident happened. I want to know how he's been reaching out to AB, because in that press conference, he was just like, I hope everybody, gives him the help that he needs. But it's like, yo, Brady, you putting your ass out on the line for AB to even be on the team. Low key, AB's kind of like, you're kind of showing the world that like, he's like your dog, like you're on the lookout for him. But like you gotta continue that. You can't just do that just to get him on your team and then
just to get a ring.
Just like once he's going through shit, you kind of like you kind of back out. That's a good point. That reflects horribly on Brady. Yes. So AB, like you said, AB going out and saying that is a little crazy. Like it kind of caught me off guard, but at the same time, like I don't know. I feel like he hasn't heard from Brady recently, which is why he's kind of
that's a fair point.
Upset about this. So. We'll see what happens. It's a crazy situation. I think it definitely derails the Bucks. Kind of distracts them
going into the playoffs. It's not a good playoffs. Not a good team energy to have.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. Well, that's Antonio. I'm sure next week we'll have more updates for y'all as the situation plays itself out. But let's move on to Aaron Rodgers because some funny shit happened these past couple of days. So first, the Bears reporter said that in the offseason, he had made his mind up that he would not vote Rodgers for MVP. So before we say anything more, bro, let's just talk about that statement. An MVP voter saying he won't vote for Rodgers for MVP before the season even starts because he's, quote, the league's biggest jerk. That's ridiculous, bro. Come on.
Bro, that guy is one of the dumbest people.
He needs to be fired.
Sports. And I don't know how you can be put in that position. Who nominates you to be in that position?
Remember, we talked about it a couple of weeks ago. It's sports reporters. So each team has a reporter that votes. So you have Bears reporters voting against if Rodgers should win MVP. It's a ridiculous system.
And we were saying that shit's not going to work out. And then here we go.
Sure enough, here we go.
Someone needs to hire us, bro.
Literally. So then, in response to that guy, Rodgers was just like, he's a bum. He's a complete bum. He knows nothing about me, and I just found it hilarious, bro.
I saw that video too. It was all accurate though.
It really was. But this man Rodgers was just sitting there like, oh, he's a bum. Rodgers did not give a fuck, bro, about this man's MVP vote. He was like, this man is a complete bum. And Rodgers even said, Rodgers said he knew he could lose some votes for the shit he said in the past. So, this was expected for Rodgers, but it's still kind of bullshit to me.
It just kind of makes you think, bro, like however long this guy's been in it, other voters who probably are the same way. He's, possibly could have been,
tainted, bro.
Personal emotions.
It really makes you question the entire system. Like, I said to my dad yesterday.
Exactly. It makes you.
I said the MVP award hardly means shit, bro. If it's coming from fucking reporters, it should be coming from players and coaches and people who actually know the game. These reporters, bro, are so trash. They're the same people who report inaccurate things all season long, and then they get to vote for MVP. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, bro. I agree with you. That's a problem that they need to address.
They need to, bro.
You take away, exactly like you said, you take away the importance of the MVP.
Yeah, I hope this guy saying that will put pressure on them to make changes. Mm-hmm. But realistically, it won't. I still think Rodgers should win MVP. What train are you on? Last time we spoke, you were still on the Brady train.
I mean, I'm still kind of saying Brady.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still saying Brady.
Bet.
But I wouldn't be mad if Rodgers won.
Yeah.
I think they're definitely like neck and neck.
No bullshit. I think Rodgers has it locked and loaded.
But yeah, Rodgers' stats this season are ridiculous, like they're every season.
Yeah.
But I mean, I guess with everything that's been going on and everything, he's still been performing. You know, even with that game he missed because of the COVID thing, like he's still able to come back and play at a high level, better than
sure
99% of the league. So, you know, I think I wouldn't be upset if you want it.
Yeah.
My pick is still for Brady.
Word. All right, let's move on to one of the GOATs that is coming back, bro. Derrick Henry. He's been designated to return from the IR earlier this week. He practiced for 2 days. They haven't. He might play Sunday. They haven't made any calls yet. They want to see how he does in practice today. So that'll be something to follow if he's going to play tomorrow. But just having him back, bro, it's just inspiring.
It's crazy, and it arguably is the wrong thing to do, bro.
To bring him back?
Yeah.
To bring him back in the playoffs or to bring him back this week?
Just to bring him back.
Why you say that?
Because I feel like low key, it's kind of being rushed.
I mean, yeah, but
but at the same time, that's just me. Like if I was like a coach or like a GM or whatever, and I have this player who is when healthy, who's literally like 150 yards, 2 touchdowns a game type of guy.
Right.
Like him coming off like his first little like serious injury, I wouldn't bring him back. But then I'm also aware of the fact that like you got AJ Brown back now. Like you're able to have AJ Brown and Julio on the same field together now.
Now you can bring Derrick in.
Yeah, and I can bring Derrick in. I might make Ryan Tannehill play a little bit better.
I mean,
it's all about winning at the end. So I guess you gotta do what you gotta do. But
yeah, bro, they're the 1 seed in the AFC. They're trying to get that Super Bowl, bro.
I guess the time is now for them. You're right.
And I mean, shit. He didn't it wasn't no tendon injury or nothing. He broke his foot. It was just a broken bone. Them shits heal. So if it's healed, then like it's not a broken foot or a broken bone is not something you'll really re-aggravate unless you're fully healed. You know what I mean? And they said when he first got the injury, he'll be back come playoffs. So I don't know. I don't think they're rushing it too much.
That's fair.
Ideally, he comes back and carries them to a Super Bowl because I'm just trying to see something like that at these playoffs. I'm trying to see someone put the team on their back.
What you think's gonna happen? Huh?
That is what I think's gonna happen. I told you yesterday I got Titans to the bowl. I told y'all last week or the week before. I truly think it's gonna happen, bro. I mean, I think Derrick is the best ever. So it's really that simple. Every time he's on the game, he's going crazy.
It would be some best ever.
And I remember in the playoffs 2 years ago. It was like a wild card, and he carried them to the AFC Championship, I want to say, where they lost to Patrick. But so he has tendencies to carry, bro. It's just a matter of him, like you said, if the bone isn't fully healed, then maybe they're rushing him back. If it's fully healed, he's good to go. Let's talk about someone who is possibly being rushed back. Cam Akers.
He tore his ACL.
He tore his Achilles 5 months ago. It's usually a 9-month return time, and it's been 5 months.
Yeah, bro, that's not right.
It's not right. It's completely elite by Cam Akers to even be in a position to be ready to play 5 months after rupturing your Achilles. But I don't know. I'm worried about him this week. He's playing tomorrow against the Niners.
Yeah, against the Niners too.
And the Niners have to win for playoffs stuff, which we'll talk about. We'll talk about that next. But it's I don't know, bro. So they're playing the Rams. The Rams can't get the 1 seed. I think the Rams are set at like the 2 or 3 seed, so they don't need to win. So, you know, in one sense, you can say they're playing him so he can get some, you know, more, so he can get back in the game before the playoffs. But in another sense, it's like, is there any point in him playing and risking injury before the playoffs? You could give him an extra week.
Yeah, there's that. I think that'd probably be their best bet, because realistically, how many times is he going to touch the ball?
Yeah, he better not get more than 5 touches.
Right. Like, you got Darrell Henderson, your guy, and then you got...
Hendo's out.
Hendo's out?
Yeah, Hendo's been out for a couple of weeks. He got hurt. That's why they are playing Akers. Their only other running back is Sonny.
Wow.
All their running back group is banged up. So it's Sonny or Cam Akers. But I still think he shouldn't get more than like 5 touches.
Low-key, he might, bro. I've never seen Sonny Michel.
The last couple of weeks, Sonny's been going crazy. He's been
he has
been getting like 20 plus carries.
I guess.
It's been pissing me off, to be honest with you, because when Hendo, he was going crazy when Hendo was out. Then Hendo came back. Sonny was getting all the touches. Now Hendo's out again. And Sonny's getting all the touches again.
I hope Sean McVay is smart enough to not let this player coming off a ruptured Achilles.
Facts.
3-4 months before, he's supposed to.
Yeah, that shit is really crazy. I hope you're right. Akers balls.
24, 20, 18, 27, 19.
Yeah, he's been getting his touches. He's been doing his thing, Sonny, unfortunately. But yeah, I mean, Cam coming back. We're gonna be watching you, Cam. We hope you stay healthy, and we hope you look good.
What is Cam capable of when he's healthy? Because a lot of people probably don't really.
Cam Akers is elite as fuck, bro, when he's healthy. Yeah, like you said, not people know much about him. Last year he was a rookie. He didn't. I mean, his stats last year were 625 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 receptions. So he didn't wow you. Average 4.3 a carry, not bad. But yeah, he didn't wow anybody. But Cam Akers, bro, is a baller. I mean, I remember a game, it was against the Patriots last year. He had 171 rushing yards. I think that was the last game he played. And
damn.
It was December 10th last year, not the last game, sorry. But yeah, it was middle of the season or towards the end of the season. Third to last game, 171 yards. So I mean, he has that ability, I'll say. He 100% has that ability, and I mean, yeah, we're just looking forward to seeing how he looks coming off the Achilles. But the hope was for him to be the RB1 this year, so his stats were going to look a lot better this year. But obviously, shit didn't go his way.
I'm excited to see what he does tomorrow.
Facts. Yeah. Let's talk about the playoff outlook, bro. Coming in on the last week of the regular season. Let's go through the seeds. I got all the seeds right in front of me. So AFC, 1 seed. Right now it's the Titans, but 2 seed is the Chiefs. Titans and the Chiefs have the same record. So, if Titans lose and Chiefs win, Chiefs will take the 1 seed. So that's a big game. Titans and the Chiefs, 2 big games. 3 seeds, the Bengals, division winners. They're locked in that spot, I believe. 4 seed is the Bills. 5 seed is the Pats. So they would be playing each other if it was first round. Yeah. And then we got 6 seed as the Colts, 7 seed as the Chargers. And so here's the situations coming into the week. We got the Raiders versus the Chargers, right? They're pretty much playing for a playoff spot. Same record. So whoever wins between that game, Raiders and Chargers, is in. And then the other situation is the Colts. We're either going to have the Colts go in or whoever wins the Steelers versus Ravens game. So Steelers and Ravens play. Whoever wins that game would make it if the Colts were to lose to the Jags. Let's be real, the Colts aren't losing to the Jags.
Yeah.
So realistically, we'll have the Titans, the Chiefs, the Bengals, Bills, Pats, Colts, and then either the Chargers or the Raiders. I would hope the Chargers would win, but it's in Vegas. You don't know what you never know. Derek Carr is the type to go crazy in this game.
Derek Carr's a weird type.
Yeah, I honestly thought about making him my quarterback of the week, which we'll get to next. But so that's the AFC for us. I just learned that Lamar's out, so Lamar's not going to be a factor in that Steelers-Ravens game. Sad way to end the season for Lamar to be out a couple weeks, but that's where we're at there. Colts, like I said, they would have to lose to the Jags for the Steelers or Ravens to get in, which I don't see happening. It would be the best thing ever, though, if the Colts lost to the Jags. I would truly,
honestly, bro,
I would truly do laps around my block, just running with a smile on my face, bro.
I just can't see it happen. If Jonathan Taylor wasn't on that team,
facts,
then
it
I could
can't
probably see it
happen.
happen.
But if I see Carson Wentz choke to the Jags, bro, and not make the playoffs, it'll truly be one of the best days of my life. But like you said, that shit is not happening. So that's the AFC. Let's talk about the NFC. Where? 1 seed Packers. They've got it locked in, I believe. There's nothing nobody can do to take it from them. 2 seed Rams. 3 seed Bucks. 4 seed Cowboys. 5 seed Cardinals. 6 seed Niners. 7 seed Eagles. And so in the hunt on this one, every team except the Niners is locked in. So the Eagles at the 7th seed are locked in. But the Niners could not make it. If they lose and the Saints win their game, then the Saints would be in instead of the Niners. Obviously, Niners play the Rams like we talked about. So that's not the easiest game. Hold on, let's check who the Saints play. Saints have a game against
the Falcons.
The Falcons, and that's a winnable game. So we could see the Saints slipping instead of the Niners. I would kind of be tight. I like watching the Niners. I don't really like watching the Saints. I don't need to see Saints versus Rams in the playoffs. Like, that would just be boring. Or Saints versus Bucks. I don't need to see it. Although Saints did hold the Bucks to 0 a couple of weeks ago, so that would kind of be interesting.
Bucks almost lost to the Jets.
I know. Bucks, bro, let's talk about them right now. Because they've been a mess, bro. They scored 0 against the Saints, and then they almost lost to the Jets.
Bro, they don't have any receivers anymore.
I mean, it's literally Mike Evans now, and that's it.
And Marshawn,
Marshawn Lattimore, we know Mike Evans. So. The Bucks honestly don't want to see the Saints now that we talk about it. That would be crazy, bro. If I saw the Saints led by a fucking random ass man, Taysom Hill, beat the fucking Brady-led Bucks, that would be crazy. If that happens, then it would be a straight shot for the Packers to the bowl.
Agreed.
They'll probably find a way to choke like they always do, but
man, A-Rod his last season in the trip says fuck you to the Packers organization
and then go somewhere else. That would be wild. Yeah. But that's our playoff look. I'm excited for it coming in next week. It's gonna be a good couple of days.
Yeah, the FC still looks kind of crazy.
Yeah, we either got
teams that you listed, bro, are all solid ass teams.
I'm telling you, anybody can come out of the AFC. Titans, Chiefs, Bengals, Bills, Pats, Colts, Chargers, like any single team can come out of that shit, which is kind of crazy.
Playoffs.
Next weekend we got 2 games Saturday, 3 games Sunday, and then 1 Monday night. So I don't know, bro. Playoff time's here. I love wild card weekend. It's one of my favorite weekends of the year.
Can't wait.
Let's wrap up NFL with our top players of the week.
Players of the week, yep.
Quarterback. I'm going Herbert at Vegas. Like I mentioned, whoever wins that game is in. I was just choosing between Carr and Herbert, and I don't know, bro. I'm going with Herbert. I'm going with Herbie.
All right. I think Mahomes.
Yeah.
Mahomes is gonna have a game.
Yeah, I mean they're gonna be wanting to win to get that first seed. So
I don't know. I'm not too fearful of the Broncos defense.
Yeah. Sometimes they show up, other times they're trash.
Right. Let me see how because Mahomes played them.
Yeah, what did he do last time you played him?
Actually, hold on.
He sucked, right?
Mahomes played horribly last time.
But that's because Mahomes had a stretch of just trash, but he's been decent lately.
But he probably won this game. Yeah, he had 184 yards and 1 interception.
That's terrible. Interesting. Was it home or away?
I think it was away.
Word.
Yeah, it was away. But no, it was home.
So they're away this week? You sticking with them?
Which means I have to change that up. The Packers don't have. If the Packers aren't what's it called, sitting A-Rod?
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing about Rodgers.
He actually might go crazy against.
They should. I doubt he's going to play a full game. Maybe a half.
But, I mean, if he's in though, then I'm gonna pick him over the Lions.
But
Just because of Mahomes' track record against the Broncos, apparently isn't good this season. Who do you got?
I got Herbert. Remember?
Oh yeah.
Let's move the running back. As boring as this pick is, I'm going Jonathan Taylor in a must-win game against the Jags. I don't think there's any other choice. The man's playing the Jaguars.
Yeah.
In a must-win game, he's going to get 35 touches.
All right, just to not say the same person you are.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence with or between my boy Damian Harris against the Dolphins.
Went crazy last week, I believe.
Yeah, that's my guy. And Zeke against the Eagles, even though it's a must-win game.
Zeke,
I still think the Eagles' defense is porous.
Are they?
I think so.
All right, that's all that matters,
bro. It's a personal thing for me.
I know.
I be telling Coop and Lou this. Like the Eagles, I texted Coop earlier in the week. Like, bro, I know you have hope on the Eagles, but you just shouldn't have it. I feel like the team's gonna let them down.
All I'm gonna say, bro, is they haven't allowed over 20 points since before Thanksgiving.
Well, they will this week.
Say less.
You can mark my words.
You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen.
You heard it here. I'm telling you right now.
On BnG Sports Talk, the Eagles, are they going to win the game or lose the game?
The Eagles are going to lose this game.
They're going to lose the game to the Cowboys. They're going to allow over 20 points. And Zeke is going to be the best running back this week. You heard it here first.
Promise you.
Besides JT, of course.
It's a guarantee.
Say less. Receiver, bro, I'm going exactly where I went a couple weeks back. Same game. Debo against the Rams. Last time, do you remember last time I said Debo at the Rams? You were like, against Jalen and them? I was like, I'm telling you, bro, it's Debo. And Debo went crazy. This man went crazy. And, I mean, I'm sure he'll do it again in a must-win game. It's in LA this time, but it don't matter, bro.
He's such an inspirational player.
He really is. Last time they played the Rams, he had 30 fantasy points, 97 receiving and a touchdown, 36 rushing and a touchdown.
Wow.
So, yeah, I'm locked in with Debo, one of my favorites in the league. And, yeah, there's no more I have to say.
All right, receiver. I'm gonna go with Justin Jefferson.
The legend himself.
Against Chicago. I feel like he was kind of quiet last week.
Yeah.
But I feel like he bounces back.
You say he plays Chicago?
Yeah, plays Chicago.
Damn, the poor Vikings are out of the hunt, aren't they?
Well,
not that it matters that pick, but it's sad, bro. At one point, we thought the Vikings were going to have a chance to slip in, but they've been just trashed lately.
It's crazy. It's actually crazy because they should be good. They got elite offensive weapons.
Facts.
And their defense
isn't even bad.
Horrible, yeah. So
it's middle of the road.
Last game, Justin Jefferson had, or against the Bears, he had 47 yards and a touchdown, but he had 10 targets. I think, and he had only 4 catches. So I think if he gets 10 targets again, he's not, he's not dropping 6.
Facts.
So he goes crazy.
Okay. Let's wrap up our NFL with our tight end of the week. I only ever choose between 2 tight ends, Kittle or Andrews. Which one did I go with this week, bro? I'm going Mark Andrews versus Pitt.
Definitely.
Huntley likes Andrews in last game of the season for them. Obviously, if the Colts lose to the Jags and they win, they can make it. Unlikely, but I think they're going to feed their best weapon, which has been Andrews.
That's fair, bro. Yeah, I'm not going to say Kittle this game just because the Rams have hard hitting safeties and cornerbacks and shit.
Yeah.
So before I say his name, let me just make sure he's playing.
Are we back on the Kelsey train?
Yes, I am. Travis Kelce is my tight end of the week.
On the Kelsey train. I like it.
I think he goes for over 100 this game.
I hope so. How long has it been? Do you have his stats up?
It's been 3 weeks. Last 100-yard game he had was against Chargers. He had 191 and 2 touchdowns.
He just had an underwhelming season, but that is ridiculous, bro. 191 yards. I remember that game, first round of the playoffs.
Yep, that's the game he won.
That is the craziest shit.
in overtime, he caught it and ran 40 yards.
Beat Jordan in fantasy. Team. Shit, bro. Before we wrap up on NFL, shout out to Nate in our league who won our fantasy league. To be honest with you, the man's had the worst team in the league. None of us really know how he won, but it's his third ring, which matches a league high with me. So essentially, I'm no longer a singular GOAT. I'm sharing the GOAT status for this right now. I plan on reclaiming my GOAT status next year. That's really all I have to say. Shout out Nate. Shout out Moo, who won my other league, won $1,000. Put on for everybody.
Shout out to him.
But yeah, I mean, that's my little fantasy shout outs. I didn't win, you didn't win, so we don't gotta spend no more time on it. Fuck it.
On to the next season.
Yeah,
on to the NBA.
On to the off season in the NBA, how it should be. I have nothing before we go on the NBA. You got anything to wrap up NFL? Last season of the week.
Last season.
Looking forward to some good games, man. That Chargers Raiders game. I'm looking forward to it. Not a game I would typically look forward to, but since whoever wins makes the playoffs, it's kind of lit. And it's Sunday night too.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that Eagles game tonight. Yeah, Cowboys Eagles. I think it's gonna be a good game.
Bro, what the fuck? It just occurred to me that there's 2 games today. Yeah. Chiefs they're halfway through the podcast. Apparently, we have the Chiefs playing today and the Eagles. 2 games we've talked quite a bit about. Had no idea they were today.
I'm on Bleacher Report right now. I'm looking at the time they're playing. It says today,
4:30 and 8:15. I'm looking forward to that. Bet that's good to know. We got football today.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good one.
It is.
Looking forward to that tonight.
Yeah. With that being said, let's move on to NBA, bro.
Let's do it.
And we're starting off with one of the kind of like AB, one of the craziest situations we've seen in NBA in a while with KPJ and Christian Wood. This was last Saturday, so it was pretty much a week ago. We recorded podcast last Friday, which is obviously why we didn't talk about it. But let's talk about it, bro. So what happened is last Saturday the Rockets were down pretty big at half. Assistant coach John Lucas called out KPJ and Christian Wood. Apparently, KPJ started throwing shit, and he just threw a tantrum and left the arena in the middle of the game. And then Christian Wood refused to go back in the game in the second half. Both were suspended 1 game. So, yeah, bro, thoughts. Tell me your thoughts.
Yeah, bro. So, for those who don't know, KPJ is Kevin Porter Jr.
Yep.
Used to be on the Cavs. Got into, I think, a fight with one of his teammates.
Yeah, the Cavs, they gave his locker away. He threw food at somebody in the locker room, and they traded him. He was a top pick for them too. Top 10 pick, I want to say. He's a Hoover. He gets buckets. He's very good.
Bro, my reaction to this, bro, the way you just described it, well, it's what happened, bro. It low key sounds exactly kind of what like AB did. Low key.
Literally.
Like, to be honest, because he really left the arena and everything. He left. He said, "Fuck that, I'm out."
I guess they were saying in the locker room they were questioning their effort. The coach was questioning KPJ and Wood's effort, and I guess they didn't like that.
Snapped. Yeah,
they literally snapped.
That's kind of ridiculous. Like, first off, like you being an athlete, you should know the whole coach-player dynamic.
Fact, your coach is allowed to coach is allowed to yell at you if you're fucking sucking.
Right, exactly. So it's like, I think it's like a attitude, entitlement type of issue type thing that they have. Especially with KPJ.
Yeah, I mean, this is his second time.
He seems like he's a little bit of a hothead. So I don't know. Maybe you need to find him like a mentor on the team or something. Or
something, bro. Do you think that
like
they will
in contact with like the team psychologist or whatever?
Yeah. But do you think they'll trade him or keep him?
Man, I hope they trade him to the Lakers.
Know, as Lakers fans, we both want him in LA.
If they're not going to give him to the Lakers, then keep him, please.
I saw someone say THT for him. Would you do that as a Lakers fan, despite the way THT's been playing, which has been great?
Personally, I would.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think I would.
KPJ is just literally a superstar in the making.
Yeah.
THT is great, but KPJ can't deny KPJ's
25
potential.
Points per game type of player.
Yeah, and he's the only thing is I don't know how KPJ would fit with the team, bro. I feel like he's kind of like I don't want to say a Russ type, but he's kind of similar to Russ in the sense that he's like a triple-double type point guard. Like he'd be getting a lot of rebounds, a lot of assists, a lot of points. So it would just be a whole nother thing they would have to figure out, which would kind of throw off the momentum they've built. Like they're kind of starting to figure shit out now. Knock on wood. The Lakers, they won 4 straight. The role players are playing great now. Spacing's better. Plays are actually being run. So I don't know. As much as I would love to see KPJ in LA, it might throw shit off. You know.
I mean, well, yeah. Last week we kind of were saying the complete opposite, but yeah,
true. Yeah.
Last couple days.
The NBA switches in the fucking snap. Like last week, I think we were 1-2, and now this week we're 3-0 with on a 4-game win streak. So you're right, it does change a lot. If you asked me last week, I would have said pull the trigger.
Yeah,
because I mean, THT had missed before. I want to say 2 games ago. Before 2 games ago, he had gone 7 games without a 3. He was 0 for 18, and last game 2 games ago he finally made one, and he's found his rhythm. He balled 2 games ago. He balled last night, so it's been good to see. But you're right.
You asked me last week. Podcast.
Yeah. Facts. But no, I mean that KPJ and Christian Wood shit. It's like you said, you kind of just have to. There's coach and player dynamics. If you're down 20 at half, your coach isn't going to be happy. You know, that's kind of just how sports works. So for them to throw a tantrum like that is kind of weird. But since then they've returned. They both played 2 games since their 1-game suspension. They actually beat Washington. KPJ had a buzzer beater actually in that game to win.
I saw that.
Tell us what the announcer said, bro. The Wizards announcer, because I know the
Wizards announcer. So, like, without getting too much into detail, I'm pretty sure KPJ's father, like, you know, was incarcerated.
Yep.
You know, but yeah. So the announcer
something with the
said
gun,
something about pulling the trigger.
Like his father.
Yeah, like his father or some shit like that.
Like when KPJ made the 3, he was like, KPJ pulling the trigger like his father. Some absurd shit like that.
Bro, that's instant termination. You can't say stuff like that.
I don't think he has.
The guy apologized. He issued like a little apology saying that he had no idea. But it's like, bro, how are you gonna talk about someone's father like that?
Facts.
Mentioning like pulling the trigger, like, you know, you definitely knew.
Yeah, and since then his father's dead, so his deceased father at that. It's like, come on, bro.
That's extremely disrespectful. I don't know if anybody's asked KPJ about it. Like any reports.
Yeah, I haven't seen him say anything.
I want to hear what he has to say, because, well, not that he should even be responding to it, but it's like, damn.
Facts.
That guy should be fired. Like no excuses. It's unacceptable. Doesn't have to do with basketball.
Straight up.
And yeah, it's my opinions on it.
Straight up. I'm with you. Yeah, I mean, that's the situation. I don't have much more to say about it. It's going to be interesting to follow KPJ and see, you know, 1, if he has any more incidents like this, because he's already had 2, and then 2, if they trade him come the deadline, or if they keep him for the future. I mean, I think realistically they should keep him. I think him and Jalen Green are good building blocks for the future, especially with Christian Wood.
Yeah, realistically.
But we'll see. I mean, we're going to follow it. Let's move on to another hot topic of the past week: DeMar DeRozan and his back-to-back buzzer-beating 3s.
Yep.
Once again, this was last weekend, but it was after we recorded. So here we are talking about it now. It was last Friday and Saturday night. He hit back-to-back buzzer-beating 3s.
DeMar's playing
MVP basketball.
MVP type shit. Yeah.
Yeah. It's averaging 27, 5, and 4.
Yeah, I was just about to look up the stats. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Me personally, I'm not surprised. DeMar is another one of those Kobe disciples that's in the league right now.
Yeah.
You know, who kind of idolized Kobe, who worked with Kobe and shit. And some of the shit I've seen him do, be like, damn, I've seen Kobe do that. Or like he looks a little bit like Kobe when he does this. So like
he's got that mid-range game Kobe had.
Yeah, definitely. So him doing all this stuff is like, damn. I'm happy for him. I wish he was a Laker. I remember before like the big trade went down, it was either
or Russ. Yeah, it was going to be DeRozan.
Him or Russ. I was fine with both because I know they both wanted to be Lakers.
Yeah.
In the past, but shit, man.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It would be interesting to see how they would be doing right now if you had DeMar instead of Russ. I wish there was some alternate world where we could see, but
Yeah, I'm happy, but. I mean, I think we spoke about it earlier this year. The Bulls are one of those teams that like you don't want to see in the playoffs because they have those kinds of players.
Yeah, they have those players. They got a bunch of depth.
Spoiled championship dreams.
They really were. They really will. I bet you they do these playoffs. They're gonna be like the Nets or the Bucks or somebody.
Yeah, exactly. It's just gonna be crazy.
Yeah. So DeMar, bro, keep balling. We see you. Your buzzer beaters. Your clutch.
Yeah, you're going crazy.
Yeah, you're going crazy. Let's talk about another guy that's going crazy. LeBron James.
King James, bro.
The man has been going crazy.
King James,
He's been starting at center for about the last 4 games. And I mean, really the only thing I can say is he has been going crazy. I don't know how many straight games he has over 30.
Right. It's exciting because the last couple of years, bro,
he's been so
I feel like passive. You personally, like you haven't been as big of a fan as
I was done with the guy, bro.
Of him. Exactly.
Because he was playing passive ass basketball.
Seeing now him going crazy and you just loving it, it just seems like everything is just right now.
Oh, I'm looking right now. So he 3 games ago he had 26, but besides that he has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 of his last 10 games he's been in 30.
He's going crazy, bro.
Yeah, I mean
he's playing so efficiently too. It's crazy what he's doing at this age. Like I was looking at a post earlier, and it was like his stats when he was 17, 27, now 37. And he's averaging they're identical.
Even better.
His assist numbers are better than they've ever been. Well, from 17, 27, 37. Yeah. But like that is crazy, bro.
Facts.
This man should not be doing what he's doing.
He really shouldn't be. And it's funny
LeBron James has the greatest sports highlights
ever.
In sport, ever.
And it's crazy because people are trying to act like this man wasn't the best in the game anymore. And it's like, come on. This is LeBron James. He is by far better than anybody else in this league.
I remember when this dude was still on the fucking on the Cavs when he returned, he was still like his Instagram posts were like he was like 33. People were still doubting him as the best. He was like, I'm gonna show y'all. Now he's 37, still doing that.
Still trying to show people.
Still showing us. And it's like, yo, if you don't believe him anymore, bro, you just I
don't know what else to tell you. Yeah, straight up.
He has absolutely nothing left to prove, and it's like it's pretty crazy.
He's been playing out of his mind, and I mean I hope he continues it. It's gonna be interesting when AD comes back to see, how that all works together with because Bron and Russ are playing great together right now.
They're playing great.
Bron is making his cuts and Russ is diming him. Like it's just great to watch. Honestly, yeah, it's beautiful basketball I've been witnessing.
AD is gonna come in and fuck it all up.
He really might. We got Russ next as our topic and his turnovers, so we can kind of just keep talking about the Lakers. But so 3 games ago, in a win, Russ had 9 turnovers. He was pretty criticized. Shit, I know you had some words you wanted to say for him, so I'm gonna let you speak.
I was angry. I've calmed down since, but
it was a win too. I don't know why. I don't really know why people were so angry. Motherfuckers won.
Woke up that morning, bro, and I saw 9 turnovers, and I was like, yeah, that's unacceptable. And then I saw a highlight of it, and I was like, nah, he was selling. But then it's like, I guess this is just what Russ does. In terms of like not like he gets turnovers, but like you said, we won.
We won. I've never seen somebody get so criticized in a win in my life. I mean, this man made clutch plays down the stretch. He had 2 and 1s in the 4th, and he made all his clutch free throws. So I don't like you can slander him all you want for the turnovers, but at the end of the day, they got a W, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, and I think like you were mentioning before that like whatever Russ does, he's gonna get clowned for it. I agree with you. That shit's kind of getting old. Like
I'm telling you, bro. I mean, we're gonna talk about it
as Lakers fans. Got any other Lakers fans listening? Like, you got to be able to. I'm not trying to turn into like a fucking New York Knicks or like the fucking Philadelphia 76ers. I don't want to have fans that are like
disrespecting their players.
Yeah, we can't be doing that. That's not what we do. So it's like, yeah, Russ has bad games. But at the same time, when
so does everybody else.
Be able to, exactly. So does everybody else. You got to be able to stick with them through the lows and then celebrate with him through the highs.
Fast, because I promise you there will be highs, and we don't want y'all celebrating with us.
Seriously, I guarantee you, when the times count, bro, and everything's on the line and shit, there definitely will be highs, and we gotta be able to feel good about celebrating him. I feel like if you've been on this like fuck Russ type of train this whole season, and then come playoff time, he's balling out, and whatever, like it's just fake for you to be celebrating with us.
To be fair with you, bro, for people to be like fuck Russ this whole season, I'm gonna just go ahead and say those people have zero basketball IQ, and they're all idiots. Like it's straight up that simple, bro. First of all, so like you said, he had 9 turnovers, right?
Yeah.
The next game, this man broke a 400 game streak. So he had 400 straight games with a turnover. Against the Kings, he had 0 turnovers. They won the game, and it was just a great feeling. Last night, he was going for it again, bro. He had 0 in the first half, but then he turned it over at one point. Yeah, he ended with 3, but he was plus 22 last night. But Pete,
I saw that plus 22.
This is what I be saying, bro. So in the 10 games where he's had 3 or less turnovers, they're 6-4. So that's about 60%, right? Right now, their win percentage is probably like 55. So like, there's not much difference between when he's not in their winning percentage, when he's having low turnovers versus when he's having high, if that makes sense.
My man brought out the stats.
I'm just bringing out stats, bro, because this is what I've been telling people for years, bro. Russell turns I even said on this show before, so I'm not going to get too much into it, but Russell turns the ball over a lot because of his play style. But that same play style gets you a bunch of offensive boards a game and pushes the pace like crazy, where to the fact that you're getting extra possessions. Like last night, I saw him get a rebound and get a lay within 2 seconds. That right there is an extra possession that they're going to get later in the game because that one took so quick. You know what I mean? So you got to take some, you got to lose some. He might turn the ball over some, but he's going to get you more fucking possessions, and he's always going to play his ass off with heart, bro. That's all I have to say. They're 4-0. Russell Westbrook shooting almost 45% on the year. Steph is shooting lower. Dame is shooting lower. Harden's averaging more turnovers, but for some reason, Russ is the only one being scrutinized, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, like you said, if you hating on him now, bro, don't cheer for us soon. That's all I gotta say. I talked about Dame, so let's just jump right into Dame and the Blazers. Like I just said, Dame's been trashed this year. He's averaging 24 points a game, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, shooting a career low 40% from the field and a career low 32% from the 3. I'm gonna just say this: Dame and Russ are pretty much shooting the same percent from 3. I just want to put that out there for everybody saying Russ has bad shooting selection and all of this shit. Yeah. Dame's shooting just as bad, and I haven't seen any Dame slander all year. None. And they're also 14-23. Terrible record.
Yeah, bro, you're right.
No Dame slander, bro. There's never been any.
As much I can say. I haven't seen any news at all surrounding Dame at all. I was just about to ask you, what is going on with the Blazers?
Like, just not good. For one, CJ's out. So their second scorer is out.
CJ be selling them. CJ sold them a couple of years ago. I remember.
But nah, bro, this is not even a bad lineup, Pete. Dame, then you got Norm, my boy Norm. I always love Norm. Yeah. Dame, Norm, Rocco, another one of my favorite players, Robert Covington, Nasir Little, who's been balling for those who don't know, and then Nurk at center. Like it's not a bad lineup. They should be better than 14-24.
Yeah, bro, you're not lying.
So, I'm holding Dame accountable.
Nasir Little had like 40 a couple games ago.
Yeah, bro, he's been balling. So I mean, I'm definitely gonna hold Dame accountable, bro, because you're shooting career lows and your team's sucking.
Yeah. Dame's definitely got to play better. I was expecting big things from him this season.
Yeah, especially with CJ out, you kind of expect him to go crazy with CJ out. Like, he should be averaging in the 30s, and he's only averaging 24. Come on, bro.
Yeah. No, that's definitely facts. Dame, you could play way better than you're playing right now. You got to turn up, bro.
100%.
Turn up.
And I'm sorry to have to call you out, Dame. I'm sorry to have to call you out, bro, but since they made this whole little Russ versus Dame thing, I really have no other option but to hold you accountable.
Big said I was forced to pick a side, bro.
I really was, bro. Like I really truly did love Dame, bro. But then I was forced to choose a side, and I mean, everybody knows what side I'm gonna choose.
Yeah, bro, I'm him.
It's kind of the same with Steph, bro. I was forced to choose a side. That's our next topic. Steph's cold streak. Those who know, I've been a big Steph hater for the last couple of years. But I did lighten up on Steph. You know, I gave him his due credit for being a monster, but he's been trashed the past month. Specifically the last 4 games. Let me see. I have these stats based off. Let me just make sure they didn't play last night.
January 3rd versus Miami. Steph shot 3 for 17, had 9 points, 3 rebounds, 10 assists in 32 minutes.
Wow.
And 2 days later, against Dallas Mavericks, Steph shot 5 for 24, 14 points, 9 rebounds, 5 assists.
So just some quick math. In his last 2 games, he's 8 of 41.
Yeah, for that.
Hold on. I got something even worse for you. In his last 4 games, he's 22 of 75.
Wow, bro.
22 of 75. And then Thursday night, he didn't even play, and they lost to the Pels.
And I don't think he's playing. I don't think they're playing. Do they have a game tonight?
They have a game tomorrow against the Cavs, who we know are a decent team.
I feel like I saw something
that he's not. Yeah. Well, why didn't he play? On Thursday. Was it just sitting?
Great question, bro.
Yeah, I think he might have just
probably was sitting. Just sitting.
But even the past month. So those are obviously 4 terrible games. But in the month of December, I mean, he was shooting 40% the whole month, and I don't know. I mean, he has some high scoring games.
That's the thing about Steph, bro. And this literally just came to me, and you can like confirm if you want. But do you think, low key, this dude is immortal to critique about his shooting because he's already the greatest shooter of all time?
Yes, 100%. Because nobody talked about the fact that he's not shooting this year. He's still an MVP. Exactly. He's still like a top 3 MVP candidate, and he just had a terrible month of basketball. So it's like, that's not. Yeah. Those shooting splits you said, bro. 5 of 24, 3 of 17, like
horrible.
I saw about 1 post about it, and that's it. It's like
exactly.
Can you imagine if Russell Westbrook shot fucking 4 of 22 or whatever it was?
It'd be on every social media,
literally
every sports page.
It's just like, I don't know. Like you said, obviously Steph's the greatest shooter of all time. Nobody will ever doubt that. But
yeah,
at the same time, like, you got to call him out when he's not shooting good. You know, the crazy thing to me is that he's been playing bad and they've still been winning. Like in those games where he shot terrible, they won at least one of them. So it's like he has a solid team about him. Yeah. Last year it was just Steph trying to carry a bunch of scrubs, but this year, like, they got a squad, bro, a deep squad.
Yeah, their player acquisition staff people are
they go crazy, bro. Yeah, now we got Clay returning.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be a scary sight, the Warriors.
Exactly. Like when Steph has those games.
Yeah, like we all know Steph's gonna get his shit together.
You got Clay like shooting 11 for 20, 8 threes.
It's gonna be a scary look, bro.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah, so that's Steph. Steph, I love to see you struggling. I hope you continue struggling. There's nothing I love more than watching you suck. Yeah, I mean, there really isn't. Like, when I see Steph shoot as bad as he's been shooting, I just smile, bro. I can't help it. But yeah, let's move on to one of the goats.
One more point, bro. If Steph keeps playing like this, bro, I think LeBron's just gonna run away with the MVP shit, bro.
LeBron already got it locked and loaded, in my opinion.
And if the Lakers keep winning games, bro, can you imagine, bro, a 37-year-old MVP?
I think right now it's between KD and LeBron.
He can definitely do it.
But yeah, I'm giving it to LeBron. I mean, the way he's been playing, it's definitely not Steph.
Plus the age factors in.
Yeah, facts. Plus the age factor. The only reason LeBron won't win it is if they're like the 7th seed and people are like, they should be higher than the 7th seed, blah, blah, blah. But I mean, they're currently the 5 seed. That's the other thing with the Lakers. People are acting like they've been so bad. I mean, they haven't been great, but they're the 5 seed. So
yeah,
fuck it. 5 or 6 seed.
Need to chill out.
Yeah. Let's move on to a GOAT who made his return this week, bro. Lance Stephenson.
Bro. That's my guy. When he was on the Lakers, bro, that's my guy.
Strumming his guitar after the threes, bro. He came back Wednesday night. He had 20 points in his first 6 minutes on the floor. He was just going crazy.
Bro, that is insane.
I was watching the highlights of it. He was just going crazy, bro.
Bro, and Lance has this like street ball type of style to him too when he be playing.
Yep.
Like he really just be hitting people with a little like head fake. He be playing with them,
talking his shit.
Does a little step back over you, and he's playing his guitar on his way back.
Literally, he's just a fun guy, bro.
I was telling. I don't know who I was telling this a couple years ago. He's just an entertainer, bro.
Straight up.
Like if you go to a game, NBA game, like, you're just gonna want to see him in the game.
Yeah.
If you know he's about to do something that's just gonna make you smile.
That's fact.
Because he's an entertainer, but yeah, it's good to see him back.
There's not much more to say about it. He ended with 30, but like you said, it's just good to see him back in balling. We had to talk about that though, because 20 points in 6 minutes when you haven't played in a couple of years is crazy.
Straight hooper. And shout out to Bismack Biyombo too, bro. I think he had like 20 coming off the bench in his first year back.
Hey.
And, I want to say the Suns, bro.
Shout out Biz if that's facts. I remember him when he got drafted. There was a lot of hype about him.
Yeah, it's going crazy.
It's just good to see all these OGs.
He's on the Suns now.
Word.
That's crazy.
Shout out Bismack. Let's wrap up NBA, bro. NBA trivia.
Bro, he had 29. Oh, no, I'm tripping. Yeah. Okay.
I was about to say 29.
29 minutes. 6
Hey, still, it's good to see him back in the league.
Yeah.
But yes, bro, we got NBA trivia. First time we ever did this segment to wrap up this week's podcast. You got 3 questions for me, and I got 3 questions for you.
You got yours. How do you want to do this?
We could either alternate, or you do all 3 of yours, and I do all 3 of mine. Let's alternate. You do one, I do one. All right, give me your first.
I'll go first. All right, bro. Here we go. All right. In 2018, what Warrior basketball player was suspended for a game by the team in November?
2018. I want to say Steph for throwing a mouth guard at a ref.
Incorrect.
If not Steph, I mean, the obvious answer would probably be Draymond because he's a hot head.
Yep.
Yeah. See, I wanted to say that, but I'm like, Draymond's too obvious.
Nah, yeah, it was Draymond for kicking a player. I think it was what did he kick?
It could have been Steven Adams. He definitely kicked Steven Adams in his balls. Yeah, he's kicked multiple people. It's hard to keep him straight. Draymond.
It was Draymond.
Bet. All right, you ready for mine?
Or actually, nah, bro. It was the confrontation with KD. It was him and KD. They got into like an argument on the bench.
I remember that.
And he got suspended for that game.
I was thinking about that too. Interesting.
Yeah, I think the kick happened years prior.
Yeah, the Steven Adams kick was definitely years prior. Cause I don't even know if Steven Adams was there in 2018 on OKC.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But that Steph thing was crazy too. I remember.
Facts when he threw his mouth guard, right? Crazy. I mean, he's done it twice. One time he threw his mouth guard at a fan in the NBA Finals, and then another time he threw it at the ref.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo. He gets mad and just throws shit.
Yeah.
All right, my first question for you.
Yep.
What 4 players in NBA history are top 35 in scoring and top 15 in assists?
And top 15 in assists.
So top 35 in scoring, top 15 in assists.
All right, so you got Braun.
Yep. Top 35 in scoring, top 15 in assists.
Yep. You got Braun. You got Jordan.
Nope.
Jordan doesn't have the assist numbers.
Nope.
Magic?
Nope. Think about some of the other all-time great points, though. You're getting close with Magic.
Top 35 in scoring, bro.
I thought there was only 2, and it turns out there were 4. This was something I learned too.
Like
Come on, bro. You know one of them, bro. Or you know another one of them. Yes, Russ. Thank you.
Russ. Okay. I didn't think Russ had.
Yeah, Russ is up there in scoring.
Here, let me say. maybe like. Damn, bro, I have no idea.
One more of them you possibly will be able to get, and then the fourth one, I had no idea. So give me one more guess, and then I'll tell you one.
Larry,
nope. All right, so here's the top four. We got LeBron and Russ, right?
Yeah.
Number two, really, he's higher than Russ, is Oscar Robertson. Can't forget about the big Yep, can't forget about the big
Yeah.
So those are the three that made sense to me: Bron, Russ, and Oscar, just because they're stat stuffers. The fourth one, believe it or not, Gary Payton.
Really?
Yeah,
I
was never gonna get that. You were never gonna get that because who knew he was a scorer like that?
Exactly.
Yes. Apparently, he is.
You're right. You're not lying.
Yeah,
you're actually not lying.
Those are my top.
I should have thought Oscar as soon as I said Russ.
Yeah, because Oscar's exactly.
They're the same.
Yeah.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yep. All right, you're up.
That's a good one. All right. So sticking on Russell Westbrook.
Okay.
So recently he had a interview where he admitted who his favorite player was growing up. So that's my question. Who was that NBA great that he
Russell Westbrook's favorite player growing up, bro? I didn't see this interview, so I definitely don't know. Let me guess. I feel like I want to say
it's crazy because it kind of caught me off guard too.
I want to say Michael Jordan, but I don't know. I feel like Russ loves Jordan. I'm gonna stick with Jordan.
Jordan, bro. Believe it or not, bro. Russ said Pau Gasol was his favorite player.
All right. Well, what? Never was gonna guess that one, bro. Damn, bro. I mean, I guess it's because he's an LA boy. Too. But
yeah, and he was saying like he just liked the way Pau played. He felt like him and Pau would have went crazy together because of that pick and roll game.
Nah, bro, I've never heard anybody say that in my life. Where they loved the way Pau played.
Bro, Pau was elite. I was not even gonna lie to you, bro.
I know, but it's just like out of all the players, bro, Pau Gasol. That's like a current person saying like
he mentioned like Kobe, Magic.
Word, like the classic LA guys, yeah.
Yeah. But I guess he really liked watching Pau.
Hey, I respect it. Fuck it. All right, here's my question for you.
Yep.
Which player scored the most points ever in the first quarter?
Which player scored the most points ever in the first quarter?
Yeah, not in any quarter, but the first quarter.
Ooh. Damn.
It was in the last 8 years, I'll say that.
Last 8 years.
Yeah, so it was decently recent.
2014.
Think about players that will go crazy.
First quarter.
Or I'll even say this. It was in the 2016 season, so you don't even have to go back as much as 2014. Nope. You want me to tell you?
No, let me get one more. Let me get one more guess. If it's not Steph, then it's got to be KD?
Nope. In 2016, 34 points were scored in the first quarter by Kevin Love.
Nah. Kevin Love.
34 points in the first quarter, bro. Yep, on the Cavs. Even when Bron was there. I remember the game, bro.
I don't.
That shit was crazy.
That's crazy. He was he was just making a hell of threes, or he was just.
Yep, I want to say he had 8 threes in the first quarter. I don't know for sure, but I want to say that.
Wow, bro.
Yeah, 34 in one quarter. That shit is crazy.
That's a good one.
Yep. Give me your last one.
I guess that. Yep. All right, my last one. So Kevin Garnett's worn 2 numbers, or on the Timberwolves he wore a number, on the Celtics he wore a number, right?
Yep.
What was his number on the Timberwolves in 2007?
I want to say it was number 1.
Is that your final answer, or do you want another one?
Hold on. He was 5 on the Celtics. You're saying it's different than 5?
Yeah.
It was 20-something. Fuck, bro. I want to say 1 or 20-something. I'm trying to picture it in my head, bro.
Yep.
I don't know. I'm gonna say 1.
Damn, bro. He was number 21.
Wow. I knew it was 20-something or one.
Said it was 1 or 20-something.
I was picturing it in my head, but I couldn't get the final picture.
Bro. Number 21.
Yeah, I remember that now that you say it.
You got the picture in your head now?
Yeah. Wow. That was a good one. All right, my last one to wrap up this week's episode.
Yeah, what you got?
Which player has the most records in NBA history?
The player has the most records in NBA history. Fuck, bro.
You know this one, bro.
Yeah, I know. I do. It has to be Wilt, bro. It has to be Wilt Chamberlain.
100% is Wilt Chamberlain with 72 records.
It's ridiculous, bro. Some of those records have to come off the board, bro.
Facts.
They got to come off the board, but that's insane. I don't think anybody's ever
72 records.
Yeah, that's a force. But that was fun, bro.
That was. We got to add trivia to our weekly segment.
You got to do some NFL ones.
Facts.
Everybody listening like those too.
Yeah.
So definitely, if you feel like you got some suggestions for us, DM us, BnG Sports Talk, on Instagram.
Yeah, we're always there.
YouTube too. We're always paying attention to stuff like that. That was fun though.
That was. That wraps us up for the week.
Word.
First week of Zoom, bro. I think it went pretty solid on Zoom.
Yeah, it was nice.
No fucking internet issues or nothing. Thank God.
Yeah, hopefully. We end this, all the audio will still be there.
Facts. Whatever. But yeah, I mean, I got nothing else to say to the people. Thank you for
bearing with us.
Thank you for bearing with us.
Weeks. We're gonna have a strong 2022.
Yep.
So
we'll see y'all next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys. Peace.